Hey guys, off from MudMowers. Today, we're in the DYT4000 running. Enjoy! Okay, so we're at the DYT4000 Craftsman Hydro. This was one of my really early tractors. I believe it was like maybe my second one. Something in there like that. But it's got a little rebuilt 8 horsepower flathead Briggs. And I also put this really convenient post out on it as I rebuilt it. So that's useful. You only have to pull it out a little bit like that because this guard gets in the way, but we're going to be using that post out today because there's no battery in it. I'm pretty sure all the electrical works because it's just a push button on off and lights on the front. Lights are right up in there, so we're going to see what we can get done with this thing. I do know it might need some front axle work. As you can see, there's a good amount of play in that, which even if you have really tight steering, then all of that play messes with you. I've also tried to strengthen the second gen axle bracket with that cast iron axle in it, but as you can see it's cracked a little bit there, and I'll have to think of something new because that makes a lot of play. But it does have a nice little tie rod with some heim joints on it. Currently there's no transmission, but I'm going to get hydro. I've got a few lying around, and we'll go over that in the next video of this thing, which hydro I'm going to use, and then I'm going to lock it. But yeah, this thing is pretty cool. It's got a little chopped up Craftsman fender in the back, chopped it out in the middle so I could fit it on this frame. Seats lowered a bit more, but it does have a couple inch lift. I think I probably put like 2-inch lifts underneath the transmission originally, so when we get all done, it's a really nice custom build. There's diamond plate foot bolts and there's wire mesh all over the thing. So yeah, let's get this. I'm gonna probably take this grill off because I want to be able to get that air cleaner off. So we'll get that done. Got those 2 bolts out up there. But the nice thing is they have welded nuts behind them, so I can loosen them up, put them back on without holding any wrenches. Look at the battery tray in this thing. It's just some simple old bed frame iron, angle iron. Yeah, I'm gonna get this off. Looks pretty complete still. I would like to relocate this gas tank here. I was hoping underneath the seat possibly, kind of where all of that wire mesh is, because the transmission doesn't go up in there. So I have to find some kind of gas tank that can. It's got the original kind of like base plate down there for the dashboard, but the dashboard would be way up here, like that, and you get the plates down below it. But this steering wheel, it doesn't have that dash, it's just got the steering wheel, and it's also a little bit shortened. You can see it was cut there by me, so kind of makes for a different ride experience. You sit a lot lower in it, and it has a lot of articulation. If I tap here, you can see it articulates a good amount. That's back to the center, so yeah, it's got a lot of articulation, and having it sit low to the ground definitely helps. But now you can see this grill is loose, so we can tip it back up here. It's also got this handbrake. Works pretty well, but you really don't need a handbrake on a hydro because you can let off the pedals there. So we'll just check and make sure it's got oil in it. I can't even get the cap off. We might need the crescent wrench. There we go. It might be, if it's full, which it looks like it is, it's probably fine. Yeah, it's right to the top, so that's good. It does have a good starter, which surprisingly has a broken off tooth, I'd assume. And that thing got pretty messed up. That's odd that it's just that one tooth got broken, but it is what it is. So I'll go ahead and pull this off while it's raining outside. Be good to go. Got that off. I remember having this license plate because any putty would splash through. I didn't have an air box on it. You'd get all the stuff in there. Looks like we got a little bit of water in there. Yeah, but good thing is it's sitting down at a pretty significant angle, so should help it from staying out of the engine. And it does still spin over just fine. So I think what I'm going to do is literally just pull this thing out here and tip it on its side because I can get that out pretty easily. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Well, that was easy. Should have got all of that water out of the intake now. Looking underneath it, you can see just how simple this thing is. There's a pulley. There should be a transmission with just a belt and no idler pulleys, no clutch. I think the clutch rod still is in it. Yeah, the clutch rod's still there. And there's a little hydro control. And there should be that spring that goes back to the transmission brake. You got your front axle, but that's pretty much it to this thing. Really simple. Oh, those tires are a little bit worn out. The bearing is. It's a little bit more than usual. We got fuel in the tank, so I'll go ahead and put this back on. We'll go ahead and see what we can do. Just gonna pull this off. It's already, I guess it's probably just water that was somewhere up in that system. Hopefully the float isn't sticking. But I do have the fuel is on. Let's see what happens. Throttle's over here, and I believe that, yeah, it's, let's see, that's idle. Well, that was almost too easy, I think. I even had the LEDs on. We'll try it again. No. Oh, I might have... Well, we might have a decently running engine, it seems like. Yeah, I would say we have a bad jet somewhere, so I'd usually proceed to shut the fuel off and run out of fuel. But it's not really necessary if the fuel with the carburetor is kind of messed up anyways. But I will tell you, that's exciting to see it start up first pull. I mean, it's been sitting for a long time without a transmission. But my camera's getting soaked out here. It literally started to rain as I walked out here to do this. I'm glad we got this thing running. I'm gonna go look for some transmissions right now, and I'll see what I can find. It is raining right now, and usually I'd be so tempted to get the Honda bifle out and just go ripping on it, but I don't like driving with that bent up axle in the back. But we will do a cold start. I can't put my hand in the engine to get it choked because it would just probably start immediately. But I'll just pump it a ton of times. That fuel filter's working pretty hard right now. Yeah, I plan on getting this thing taken back apart, the two transaxles, get some better axles in them maybe, and I would like to do a little bit more front transaxle bracing. Let's see what happens. Usually it would say if it's low on fuel. Maybe I flooded it. We're going to try the choke then. We got some... we might have some fuel dumping out of it. I can see it dripping from up there to down there. That's weird. You can tell that radiator hose is like dry on that side and it's wet on that side. I'm not sure what that would be from, but that could maybe flood it out. So we'll put this one on hold. So over here we've got some hydros. I've tested these ones and they all seem to be working great. These two are from a DYT4000 or like some of the 2000 to 4000-ish Craftsmans. The 5000 and the 6000 have really big ones. And what I can tell, these two come from like an LT1000 or 2000. Now the odd thing is these are both hydro gears, and these are supposedly the higher model ones because they're up in the Craftsmans, the bigger Craftsmans. They have like little oil reservoirs on them and all whatnot, but they just don't seem to last as long. I've gone through a few of these things now on that DYT4000 Craftsman and on the 6x4. I've used these transmissions too, and they just seem to go bad. The pumps seem to be the big problem on these ones, so I will probably try out one of these because they just have the same differential, not the exact same, but pretty close, so it'd probably be worth a shot. And these have a, where is it, external brake, like pretty much any transaxle. A lot of the hydros though will have them inside, kind of like these ones, which also do have, not totally enclosed, but you can see it, not as much mud would be getting in there, and if it does, it can drain back out of this hole, because there's nothing else. Can't see the brake pad anywhere else on this thing. So I think that's a cool thing on these too. And if you wanted to, you could run this up, take this off, like that one is, and you can just run it up to the dashboard. Because I don't think there's any other holes on these, any breathing holes on these anywhere else. We can probably test that out too. And we also got these to choose from. This is a GT6000. It's about a 90s, 2000s. Hydro, it's a hydro gear, so it's got an oil filter up in there somewhere. It's white, you can see it. It's got some nice hoses and whatnot. But yeah, that's probably one of the beefiest ones I've ever seen. And I would take probably one of those over a manual, just because that's such a strong unit. Don't get me wrong, 820s are pretty strong, but those are nice. The only thing you have to keep an eye on is the oil level, and make sure the fan is in good condition so you don't overheat it. Once you overheat it, you kind of mess up the pump. And yeah, but I also got these two Tecumsehs. These are nice units actually, because it's got the hydro pump and the motor, which the motor's right about here, and it drives this, which is basically like an FN MTD transaxle because it can be removed right there, but you only have forward on that. So those are kind of unique ones, and there's some tough tooks, but I'm not a big fan of those. Those are kind of, unless you get like a K68 or the bigger ones like a 72, those are okay, but yeah, that's pretty much what we got here now. And there's a Honda Hydro, which I bet that's just a fun time to kill one of those. That came out of the Honda by4. Can't really see it too well, but those are huge transaxles with 5/8. Well, not 5/8 because it's metric stuff, but they're pretty tough. Beast mode will be getting work on it too. I have somewhere, not seeing it right now, but I have the bolt I need to get this axle done, and I've got the axle sitting back there. But yeah, should be getting this thing going too. Need some air filters, I guess, too. And one more thing is I'm going to be changing the upload schedule here to every 2 weeks now, so every other Wednesday, just to give me a little bit more time work on these videos. Hopefully get some nice videos out here now that summertime is cruising along, and springtime is too, I guess, but hopefully get this thing going too. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video of MudMowers. Stay tuned next time and we'll get the Hydro going up here soon.